Greta makes clay mugs and bowls as gifts at Crafts R Us. She pays a membership fee of $15 a month and an equipment fee of $3 per hour to use the potter's wheel, table, and kiln. Okay, so I'm going to start highlighting. Okay, so she pays a membership fee, and you know what, I'll highlight membership fee of $15. That seems important. And she charges an equipment fee of $3 per hour. Now, the thing is, what's kind of confusing about this is it says $15 a month and $3 per hour. So I'm like, which one do I use? So I got to really think about this one because they gave me 2 per or each or for one. So I got to figure out which one's the real one. Okay? So I'm going to look at the next question. It says, write an equation that Greta can use to calculate her monthly costs. Monthly cost, that sounds important. Where X represents the hours and Y represents the total cost. Okay, so again, I'm going to start making my list of information. I have X and Y. Those are the variables they gave me. Okay, now it says X is hours and Y is total cost. What's the other word that I highlighted? Monthly, right? Monthly total cost. So, which one of those is my unit rate? The 3 or the 15? If you think it's the 15, why do you think it's the 15? If you think it's the 3, talk to your table group. If you think it's the 3, why do you think it's the 3? If you think it's the 15, why do you think it's the 15? Yeah, it's per hour. Okay, so if you think it's the 15, is it because it says it's per month? Okay, but the equipment fee is $3 per hour, and hours is actually my X variable. That means this is my slope. Because when I look at it, it's cost per hour. So remember, when I want to figure out what my slope is, I say Y per X. That means I have cost per hour. That means this one's my slope. Okay? So if I wanted to write an equation right now, I could say Y equals 3X plus 15. And the reason why, even though this says $15 per month, why that's not my my slope is because it's monthly costs. So sometimes when we do these problems, you got to zoom in. You're zooming in on 1 month. And in that 1 month, I pay one $15 fee, and then every hour I pay $3. So the problem is we have to zoom in on that 1 month. What do we think about that? Okay, so let's look at B. B says, suppose she wants to use the equipment for 12 hours during the month of November. 12 hours. How much would she expect to pay? Well, okay, so which one is out? Which one is hours? So I'm looking for 12 hours, okay? So I'm going to substitute into X. Y equals 3 times 12 plus 15, and then I'm just going to simplify it on my calculator. 3 times 12 is 36. 36 plus 15 is 51. Is that my answer? Is it though? No, why not? Yeah, because word problem, word answer. So what does 51 mean? 51, well, she paid $51. And if you want to get specific, you could say she paid $51 in November. So when you're trying to figure out what to say, like how to answer the question, look at the question mark. How much would she pay for the month of November? She would pay $51. Like, they ask you a question, you just answer the question. Imagine somebody saying, hey, how much would she pay? You'd be like, oh, well, she would pay $51. And then just write that down. Okay? Let's look at C. C says she spent a total of $82.50 for the month of December. Okay? How many hours did she use the equipment? So this time, where does it go? In the Y. This time it's a Y value. Okay? So now instead of substituting for X, I'm going to substitute for Y and solve. So I have 82.50 equals 3X plus 15. So again, I'm going to do undo. What did I do first? I'm multiplied by 3. Wait, so first, I multiplied by 3, and then I added 15. So what do I have to undo first? I have to subtract 15. 8250 minus 15 is 6750. That's 3x. So what am I going to do to figure out what 1x is? Divide both sides by 3. And I get 22.5 equals x. Is 22.5 okay to say? Should I say it differently, or is this okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Would 22.5 be an acceptable answer? Is that formatted okay? 22.5 hours. We could say it that way. What might sound more natural? 22 and a half hours? I think 22 and a half hours sounds more natural, but honestly, I'm okay with any way. So like, you just got to think about that before you say it, because what if our answer here had been 51.5? Could we have put $51.5? No, we would have put $51.50. So in this case, I'm okay with 22.5, but what does 22.5 mean? Okay, so for how many hours did she use the equipment? No, respond to me in a complete sentence. For how many hours did she use the equipment? She used the equipment for 22.5 hours, so that's what you write. That's your response. She used the equipment for 22.5, I don't know why I put a dollar sign there, I'm sorry, hours. Okay? So remember, make sure that your answer makes sense and that you're responding to the question.